Guys, Vince right here, and yeah, my first impressions here recorded in the car of Seafrog. Seafrog is a pretty it is heavily inspired by Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but in 2D form. So in a sense, ollie, even though I never played that game. And also, as I'm playing it, and I've been playing it for like a few days already. I finished the first boss, and I find myself lost already. I was like, man, what is going on? I mean, I think I struggled with that when I was playing the demo. So now, of course, it's my first impressions of the complete game. But I see that there's only like 4 worlds you can go into, or at least 4 ships. You know, you play as this, well, of course, Seafrog, and skating on a wrench, basically grinding on the wrench. And also, you have your mentor, which is like this ghost or something like that. I mean, there's some ghosts in this game. The Viking ones, there's some, I don't know, it's a very cartoony and wacky kind of game itself. It does give that vibe of like, you know, classic cartoons or something. And when I say classic cartoons, I mean like, you know, like, I don't know, last decade or something, or 2 decades ago, you know, during 2005 or 2006, during the, like, you know, Cartoon Network days. I feel like looking at this animation, it looks like something that would definitely be like based in Cartoon Network for sure. But I find myself enjoying the game a lot, especially in the first hour. Man, I was addicted. I was like, yep, this is what I need. This is why I came here. The Viking itself I was already hooked. I think that was one of my favorite levels so far compared to the other one, which is filled with chickens and stuff. But you go to these wacky, interesting aspects of, you know, the levels in the game. Like, I find myself just, you know, searching items and unlocking stuff, getting most of the bits or whatever they're called to, you know, put in the furnace so you can go to more levels. And more levels basically means you get to unlock like more stuff to actually bring back to the other. Because the thing is that if you're gonna 100% the game, you have to learn how to switch mods and stuff like that with mod chips on your wrench to do either better tricks or actually going through different obstacles. And also, like, just you know, I find myself like doing that more often than I am. But also dodging, a lot of dodging in this game, in terms of like dodging enemies and their shots. Like, especially this one ghost, like Viking, that keeps chasing me because I keep carrying this, like, you know, this horn that alerts the ghost or whatever. But once I defeat the boss, they were all gone. Well, actually, a few. I mean, there were still enemies here and there, and there's still going to be enemies, and sometimes it kind of gets annoying. But yeah, you know, the game itself, I don't know. I mean, what's really drawing down the ranking for this game is just the, like, you know, amount of searching, amount of like coordinating, like, okay, where do I go and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if I find that appealing, but overall, it's a pretty good play, I guess. It's not like, you know, anything major for me, but it is, you know, kind of like, you know, at this point, there's not a lot of games that, you know, is like a skateboarding, like, you know, aspect within Metroidvania style. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if Silksong has a skateboard, I guess. But we got Seafrog, so that works well. And, you know, I just find myself like, I feel like if I get through all the levels and stuff like that, I would, you know, pretty much breeze through this game. There is a part of me where there's probably people playing this and they're like, man, I didn't not get enough content, so I don't even know if I give it 100% or something. But other than that, for me, I enjoy, like, you know, just small content here and there. Like, I got too many games to damn play, you know? But I can definitely see that. It's like nothing major or crazy or whatever. I just find myself like, yeah, I really do enjoy Seafrog. I feel like there's a lot of potential, maybe some DLCs, updates, patches here and there. I mean, there could be possibilities, but also open a genre of like Skatevanias. Okay, there's Metroidvanias and Skatevanias. And I feel like that's what it is. It's just the searching aspect is kind of, I don't know, driving it back a bit. I don't know. But yeah, 7 out of 10. Other than that, yeah, expect more games. Now, listen, there's a freaking backlog. A backlog of a backlog. But I might as well dive in. One love and a peace. God bless.